Alright gang, welcome back to our playthrough on Bale. You join me, it is now October. This field is ready to harvest. None of the other ones are. It looks like a few of them will be ready in the next episode, but that's okay. We've got a lot of things we need to accomplish today with this field alone by itself, right? Not even counting anything else. There's a lot of things we have to accomplish. So this is step one, getting this harvested. Then we're going to have to pick up all the straw, probably turn it into silage bales like we typically do. And then we got to re-drill this field. Now, other things we need to accomplish today. We need to sell the sugar. We've got quite a lot of sugar, actually, over there, which I will show you here relatively soon. So we've got a lot of sugar to sell. We're probably going to sell the silage bales as well today. Yeah, that's pretty much all we have to do today. I think our chickens might need some food. Unfortunately, we don't have any right now. We could go buy a bag. Maybe we will. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see how things go today. The bales are going to take a while to sell. That is going to be a process there. There's a lot of bales. And our bale trailer, our auto-loading bale trailer, can only hold so many of them. So it's probably 3 trips, honestly. I'm considering, I haven't done it yet, but I'm considering putting in a sell point here on the farm. And just seeing what the price is for all of this at our sell point. If it's not too crazy of a difference, especially for like silage bales, things like that, we'll probably just sell them here, save ourselves wear and tear on the equipment, save ourselves gas, all that good stuff. Now, as far as the actual products themselves, we probably will still continue to utilize the train yard, right? I mean, there's no reason not to utilize the train because it gives you so much more money. So we probably will continue to utilize that, but for some of the other things that we currently have, eggs, sugar, silage bales, things like that we cannot sell at the train, it'd be nice to have a sell point. Now, this series is very much relaxed, so it does not have to be a super realistic sell point or anything like that. So we may just put down one of the cheapest, sell points we can find and go from there. It could just be a grate or whatever it may be. We may just go that route and save ourselves some time and money. But we'll have to look into it. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well. For this recording, I am recording it early because this will be coming out the day of, or is it the day after? It's somewhere around there. I get back late from Vegas, so trying to get this done early so I have at least a day there if I need to recover, which, if you've ever been to Vegas, you know sometimes you do need to recover, depending on how hard you go in Vegas. At least I have that ability. It's a great day, though. A little cloudy out here, a little cloudy, but not too bad. Not too bad at all. Trees are starting to lose their leaves. Starting to change the colors. Looking good. Everything looks good. It's always the prettiest time of the year when the trees start changing colors. Anyway, we've got to get this done. I'll probably put this on a worker once we get around the headland here fully. We'll unload, obviously. And then I'm going to start working on getting the bales sold. We will wait on the sugar for a little while. The sugar, we actually probably should have sold it in the last episode, honestly. But we didn't do that. So the price is still pretty good, though, and it is actually going up. Now, I don't expect it to go up a significant amount, maybe a couple dollars, but we'll just wait and see if we can sell that a little bit later on in the episode, make a few extra bucks. Now, the silage typically is not going to be best until a little bit later, but I do want to sell it today. Because the next couple of episodes are going to become fast and furious. We are going to have so much to do, so many harvests to do, drillings, all that stuff. We're getting close to ending this mini-series and moving to the next map. Continuing our campaign playthrough is what I should say. We're getting very close. I think this is episode 14? Or is it 13? I don't know. It's 13 or 14. But either way, we're getting very, very close here to getting to a point where we are kind of starting to close the series out, starting to sell things, things like that, right? We can't do it all in one episode. It would be a 3-hour episode, and I just can't do that. So we have to do it in a 2-ish part episode, probably 2, maybe 3. We could start doing, some things the third before the last episode, something like that. Now, I don't know if we're going to make 20. I talked about it a number of times already on this series that we would, probably hit 20. I don't know if we're going to, actually. It's looking to me more like 18 again, which is what we did the first campaign map, Elm Creek. But we'll see. I guess we'll see how things go. So we'll put this on a worker now. And we'll jump into... let's use the hurlman, sure. Now, we've got to go find our... I evidently did not bring it over here. I thought I did, but evidently I did not. So we've got to go locate our trailer so we can actually unload the actual harvester. Because it's getting pretty full, and it's going to be full here very soon. 80% already. So it must be over here. There's the water tank. Where did I leave it at? Where the heck did I leave it? Well, quick save here. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can figure out where I left it at. I swear I moved it back, but evidently I didn't. It's so down here. It's all the way down there. All right, let me go get it. All right, we're heading back. I did put down a selling station, just a great selling station. Now, I can't sell silage there, but we can sell the sugar and the eggs and everything there, so that will be nice. It's over there by our open-air greenhouse. I will show it to you later. It's just a generic selling grate. You've seen plenty of them. It's not anything special. Just put it down on the ground on the corner and then just added some dirt around it that wherever it allowed me to place the dirt down, I should say. But that's all we did. So nothing too crazy. But it will allow us to get rid of some of the products. It's just unfortunate that there's not a basic selling station for the silage. I'm going to have to take that elsewhere. So that means we're going to make a lot of trips today. So that's why we're probably going to put this mostly on our worker for today. And we'll spend a little time driving around the town here selling our silage bales. Now, speaking of the silage bales, let's see. Where is the best place to sell those guys at right now? Silage, perfect. 517, so we're going to the livestock, which I believe is over here, right next to us. Yeah, we're not going very far. That's actually a really good thing. We don't have to drive as far. I remember before we sold some at the biogas plant, which was... maybe we didn't sell some at the... I swear we sold some at the biogas plant, but maybe we didn't. I think we went down there once before. Right? I feel like we did. Or maybe I'm just remembering back to many, many years ago when I played through the campaign the first time by myself. Without doing any kind of YouTube content, I should say. Alright, back on a worker. 5%. This can just kind of stay over here on the side for now. We are going to have to either buy or lease another baler. But we can do that later on. Let's get these bales cleaned up a little bit. Mount Pink Bale. Old Mount Bale over here. Let's clean all these up and get some of these things sold here. Alright, let's make sure I have everything set up properly here. Operating position, yep, we're going. I'm making sure I didn't need to reset anything. Alright, this is load number 1. We know kind of where we're going here. Turn the beacons on. It's going to be a heavy load here. Let's get this up here. We'll put a little bit of a mini time-lapse in here. We're not going as far as I had anticipated to sell these, which actually is a really good thing for us. But also at the same time, I was going to, give a little bit more of a tour of the map. Not that anybody probably needs a tour of the map at this point, but yeah, just thought it would make sense to do. But we'll wait. We'll just go to here. These are some big trees right here. They don't look that big from far away, but these are some big old trees. All right, let's get these things sold. All right, all the bales are sold. Made a good amount of money there, gang. We're up to 326 now. That's a lot of money. Workers doing good here. We're I'm just drilling the tractor, but workers doing good here. We are making good progress here. We're nearly done, actually, which is good. We've got to, like I said, we've got to lease or buy a baler, though. There is the tractor that I own currently out here for purchase. I mean, we could buy another one, I guess, have 3 tractors. I guess that might be beneficial, especially for doing the drilling and stuff. So maybe we do buy it. It's only $55,000. Perhaps we buy it. Let me think about it for a little bit longer. We've got a regular baler out here, but that's not really what we're looking for. We're really looking for the ones that we can turn this into silage. Because you can see that makes us really good money. So let's go ahead and throw the worker back on this again. And then I'm going to, well, quick save first. And I'm going to take a look. I didn't really look at the price of eggs. I don't know when eggs are best to sell. I want to see that really quick. It looks pretty good, honestly. November is actually the best, so we can wait till the next month for this one. But that's really pretty good. It's pretty daggone good, honestly. So yeah, we'll wait till the next month. We can sell the eggs in the next month, but we do need to sell the sugar. So let's go ahead and do that now. Again, I'm able to do a little bit of stuff that's unrealistic in this series because we're just, you know, it's very relaxed. We're just playing to have fun and see how much money we can continue to carry over. So we're going to take this all the way over here. Sell it at our selling grate. Now you can see the selling grate I put in there. We got a lot of sugar. So this is going to make us a lot of money. Oh boy, we're flying in the air. Oh boy. Let's try to be a little bit more realistic this time when carrying it instead of trying to speed carry it. How are we doing as far as water in this thing goes? 22,000. We're still good on water. I did do a little bit of water off camera. What a great day, though, man. Hot air balloons are out. Making decent money out of this. This is good. 1,500 a pallet. It's pretty daggone good, man. We'll take it. And you can see here, I just made a little dirt path, right, that goes kind of cuts off the corner a little bit. That's it. Nothing else. Didn't spend a whole lot of money. Nothing too crazy there. Just your standard stuff. Now, it looks like this field next to us here is ready to harvest. Is this wheat? No, barley. Okay. It is ready to harvest, and it's huge. We don't quite have that money, but there is the potential we could buy that. That could be the last field we buy, but it just depends on if they harvest it in October or not, or if they wait to harvest it in November. Who knows? You never know with a computer. You never know what they're going to pick. Alright, so the sugar is sold. We're good there. Now, as far as oat goes, I just want to look. I don't think oat's going to be good till December. I think that it's just like everything else, right? There's only a few things that aren't best in December, January time period. Yeah, December. It's actually not bad. 3275 is really not bad. It can be better, but it's really not bad. Let's see. Worker's nearly done here. We're going to go drive over here with the worker and unload on the fly with him for a minute. And then we're going to have to get the baler going here. I'm really enticed to buy that tractor. I really am trying not to buy the same tractor if I can in the series. But, I mean, for that price and what you're getting for it, I think it would speed up the rest of the series here, given the fact that we don't have too many episodes left. It would help speed it up, because we're going to have a lot to do. Like I said, it's going to be fast and furious here in the next episode or two. So if I look at the map, I'll show you what I'm talking about. This one's going to be ready. This one's going to be ready. This one won't be, but probably after the following episode it will be. So we're going to have a quick run in here with two pretty large fields. I mean, those are really, really big fields. So that's going to be it's going to be a tough one. And we've got those trees we need to knock down with the tree devour still as well. We got a lot of things to do. So that's why I'm thinking it may be smart just to go ahead and get it. And then we have another tractor on the farm here to help speed things up. The rolling, the spraying, the fertilizing, liming, all that stuff. Drilling, whatever it is. We can help speed things along doing that process. Let's unload this first. He's only got maybe a pass and a quarter? Maybe? So let's buy it. Let's go ahead and buy it. It's only $54,000. We'll get most of it back when we do sell it. So let's go ahead and sell it. Put the Michelin's on there. I'm not going to worry about adding any other flair to it. We're not going to make it dualies or anything like that. I don't care that much. The exception of maybe doing the wide tires and weights. Like, that's the only thing we do, because you guys know I love my wide tires. We don't need another tractor of dualies. So let's buy that. All right, we own it. Spend a little bit of money, but that's okay. Like I said, when we're done here, we're going to be able to sell it for pretty much what we paid for it. Maybe a little bit less, but to speed up the process, it's definitely worth it. Let me just do a little service on it real quick. It's going to cost us a few $1,000s more, but that's okay. Here we go. I mean, those bales, which was just going to be stuff that was on the ground, would, are going to more than paid for the purchase of this tractor. So totally worth it. I do like this Hurlman though. I don't see very many people utilizing it, but I do like it. Alright. I guess I should have left that up there. What was I thinking? Because I got to pick up the baler. What was I thinking? What a dummy. Let's go unload this. It's going to need some gas here soon. It's a good thing the next episode, that field way down there should be ready to harvest. And like I said, there is a gas station down there, so we can just utilize that one. Alright, so now we need to fit the baler. Or do we do a forage wagon? We could go the super unrealistic forage wagon route. Was it 200 or 200? No, not 200. 200, yeah, 200 liters. Perhaps that's the way we go. It's expensive though. 2830. How much is it just for the baler? The baler takes more work. But we've done a lot of baling already. We've done this a number of times. Might be time to change it up a little bit, if that makes any sense. Here it is. 4309. We could try it, because if we did it the proper way, we could hook the front windrower on and have the worker go at it that way. That could work. It could work. And then if we did that, we could do some wood chips while we're at it. That's an option right there. That's a good option, I think. Let me think about this for a minute. Alright, gang, I had a long thought about it for a while, and the more I thought about it, it just didn't make sense. It was going to cost us more money in the long run, because we'd have to put down something to turn the straw into silage, right? Or to turn the straw into something else at a minimum. So that was going to cost even more when you factored all of that in. And really, to get to the area you would want to be at for a worker to do this, you would really need a tractor that had more horsepower than ours currently do as well, so you could have a bigger width on the windrower. And I'm not saying you couldn't utilize it with a smaller amount of horsepower on your tractor. I just think it would not work as well. I'd go at a very slow pace. So we decided just to go about it the same old-fashioned way we've been doing it the whole series here, with baling and turning them into straw bales. So that's what we're doing. I did a good portion already, you can see, off camera. I just wanted to, you know, get a lot of it done, because we've done a lot of baling lately. So I didn't really want to, you know, spend a whole lot of time going right back into baling again with you all if I could help it, but it is what it is. We're going to have to bale. We may have to wait to do the trees until potentially the next episode, because the baling here does take a long time, and we still have to drill this field. The episode's getting up there, so as far as length goes. The next episode, even though we are going to have a lot to do, we can split it up over 2 episodes, sure. But we could do a lot of, you know, worker stuff on those episodes, and what I mean by that is we're not going to have straw on the ground that we have to pick up ourselves or utilize ourselves. So we can do a lot of what has to be done utilizing workers, which would open us up to be able to knock down some more trees and get some wood chips and all that. That's kind of where my head's at. You know, things change in my head often, so you never know what I might come up with next, but that's kind of where I'm at for now. We've got quite a few more passes here to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5 probably passes here of straw still to pick up. We've got some other straggling areas of straw there as well, as you can see. If we need it, we can pick all of that up as well, but I'm certainly not going to be going above and beyond to try to make sure I get every single piece off the ground here. Because at this point, I don't see us upgrading or doing anything else as far as, well, I guess I shouldn't say that. I was going to say I don't see us purchasing any other equipment, but I shouldn't say that. We might. We might. So I'm going to get this done, gang. We won't put a time lapse or anything. I'll just do a jump cut until I'm pretty much done, and then we'll see where we're at. Alright, well, I'm not sure we're actually going to be able to get this last bale. I started doing another bale, and I guess I shouldn't have. I thought there would have been enough to get another one. We had, when we finished the lines, we had about, I don't know, there's like 34% or something like that in here. So I was like, there should be enough out here. There was enough big sections where, you know, there was extra that was dumped over and it wasn't able to pick it up, but I'm a little concerned we're not going to get there. I think we will, but it pretty much is going to be taken up, you know, or going through the whole field to get it. So, a lot more up off the field than I was expecting, I guess, let's put it that way. We should get to around 96 with what's up here. Yep, there's 96. So there's a big little section right here in the middle. I'm hoping that's going to be enough for 4%. If not, we're going to be driving around here looking for little tiny pieces of scrap and hoping that we can scourge our way up there. There we go. Alright, cool. Alright, now we got to pick all these suckers up, and then we got to get drilling. We definitely went with a more traditional green here, a forest-type green, versus the last time. I will never do that again, I can tell you that much. Alright, so we can return this thing. We don't need it anymore. So, let's go put this on the drill. We'll get that going here in just a second. We got to pick up some bales first, then we can get a worker going on doing some drilling. Now, what do we want to put in here? It is October. Quick save here, obviously. We've got a lot of canola. We don't have any soybeans at current. Let's put some soybeans in. That'll be a little bit better since we'll be getting closer at that point to the end, well, the end, I say the middle of yeah, probably the beginning, honestly, of summer, when soybeans are best to sell, is about the middle-ish summer, June, July, something like that, August. So we'll put soybeans in here. We are likely going to have to refill this drill. I don't see any way that we don't, but we can take care of that when the time comes, I suppose. So I think what I'm going to do is get up here, and then I'm going to get it lined up, and then I'll go grab the trailer. Let me move this thing. I'll go get the trailer, and we can pick up all the bales that are going to be kind of in the worker's way up here, because we're going to start him up here. If we start him up here, he tends to do a better job. There's going to be a little bit of a section that he misses for sure, or she misses, but we can touch that up. That's not a big deal, but it seems to be a better overall situation given the size of this field if we do it up here. And I actually think I'm going to expand this field while we're at it too. So there's this little section over here we can expand it where we were, where we did have trees, excuse me, not where we were, where we did have trees. So we should be able to take care of that and expand that field a little bit, make a little bit extra money for us. We talked about doing a lot of expanding, and then the last couple episodes I said, I don't know if we're going to get to expanding, but we're going to do this one since we're in the process now of drilling it anyway, so. Alright, I've got something, abort unloading. Reset operating position. Perfect. There we go. Thing always, for some reason, gets all screwed up sometimes, and I've got to reset it. And it's sometimes hard to forget. Or hard to forget. Sometimes it's easy to forget. Hard to forget. It's sometimes easy to forget what buttons I need to be pushing to reset it. Alright, this should be, if I get these 3 or 4 right here, it should be enough to get the worker going. And then we can get the rest of them after that. Yeah, that should be enough to get them going. So let's get the worker going. We'll continue our process here for getting all this stuff picked up. And then we're going to get the drill out, and like I said, we're going to expand this field a little bit. All right, that was a long time lapse, gang, but you know, sometimes we have to throw these long time lapses in so we can get some things done here, and that's exactly what we did. So we've got this this field expanded out now, so it looks pretty good. I've got to completely finish drilling the expansion up here. I'm just going to do that myself rather than have a worker do it. I think it's going to make it worse, so we'll just do it ourselves. And then we're going to come up, come down this way and touch that little section up there, since the worker always seems to have some issue for whatever reason. I don't understand why, but they do. So we'll touch that up a little bit, and then we can throw this back on a worker for the worker to finish the job. Then we'll get a worker going on putting the fertilizer down, and then hopefully we get a worker going on putting the rolling down as well. We will likely leave the herbiciding to the next episode, more than likely. We're going to be harvesting a lot in the next episode. We also are going to have to re-drill, but while we're harvesting, we can have a worker, you know, spraying this field and fertilizing this field a second time. Since we now have 3 tractors, it's definitely going to help in that instance, because we can keep one tractor over with the harvester to unload it, and then the other ones can be, you know, doing things on this field. So I did a pretty bad job there of turning that corner, but we're gonna realign here. We're gonna fix it. There we go. This should be nice. It's actually a little bit bigger than I was expecting it to be. I might have made it a little bit too close to the road there, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see how things go. I suspect that a lot of this field, the expansion of this field, I will be doing myself anyway. When we start, right, we'll go around the headland of this and likely do most of this section so the worker doesn't get confused, but we'll see. We'll see how the worker does. We'll give it a shot a couple of times, maybe, and if he's able to do it, or she's able to do it, then we're golden. But if not, it'll be just something we have to do ourselves, which is fine. Now, really, my goal here in the next episode, when we start harvesting that big field there, is to get rid of all those trees at the same time. I mentioned that, right? Then hopefully we can expand this field right here as well, a little bit to the left over into the trees, similar to what we did at this field. I realize that we're doing all this kind of late in the process, right? We're getting close to the end of this mini-series and before we jump to the next map, but it will help overall because it'll be extra money we get to take over with us to the next map. So if you just happen to stumble across this for whatever reason, you're still watching, the way this works is we're going through every single campaign map, or the map that came, you know, out of the box, and then the DLC maps. Not stuff that you can get on ModHub, the actual DLC paid for maps. We're going through each one of them, and the goal here is to we started out with smaller equipment. Now we've got some medium-sized equipment in this episode, or this series, excuse me, and then when we jump to the next map, we should get even bigger equipment. It should just continue to be that way, right? We'll constantly be getting bigger and bigger equipment every single time. That's the goal, at least. May not always get there. It just depends on how much money we got and how much land we buy and you know, all that kind of stuff. What kind of used things we can get, if anything. There's a lot of factors that go into play, but that's really kind of the goal, is to continue to carry on the money that we make from each map to the next one. And realistically, the way that it should work just naturally is that we have more money, which means bigger equipment as we carry on. It's just a little bit of a fun, you know, spin or take on playing the campaign maps. Instead of just playing through them just to play through them, and let's add a little bit of a little flair, a little spice to it. Keep it interesting. All right. We just got to head down here to the end really quick. I'm going to do that pass going that way to try to help the worker out, and then we can throw it back on a worker. And then we can jump in, get the fertilizing going, get the rolling going, get all that good stuff going at that point. Alright, workers back going again, so we're good there. I still have to take that stuff to the silo, but we can do that here in a few seconds. I actually think I'm going to get the rolling going first. My most hated job. I'm going to do that first. And then I'll come back and grab the fertilizer here and get going on that. Because I think the fertilizer is going to catch up real quick. So it would be good if we're able to give the worker a little bit more space before we start doing the fertilizing. Looks like that's just an issue maybe with the actual worker or the actual drill itself, because he's missing and leaving a little section again. It's so weird. It's so bizarre. Don't understand it. It is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. So, see, there you go. Another little section left. That's just a tiny little spot there, but I don't understand it. It's got to be the roller, or not the roller, the drill. It has to be, right? Got to be. So again, rolling I'm not as concerned with, but I can at least get a worker going on it while we're doing everything else around here, right? We're going to get, once we get up here to the end, I may not even worry about the new section that we made. I'm just going to put the roller on, you know, going and just see which way the roller goes, and then I can move the worker if I need to be after that. But we're just going to try to get, you know, as much of the rolling as we can before we end the episode, so we get a little bit of a bonus increase, but it does not have to be fully done. Now, like I said, I am doing this recording prior to going to Vegas. It's about a week prior to when I'll be in Vegas, just under. Well, no, I mean, I'll be in Vegas. The episode, I'm doing it about a week, just under a week from when this episode would come out to you. But hopefully I did well in Vegas. It'd be nice, right? Let's go drop this off, and then we'll come back. We'll get the sprayer going, and we'll continue our process here. And looks like we've got some more sugar as well that we should sell quickly too. Alright, so the worker's going actually the way that I want him to go with the rolling, which is good. Not as concerned again within the new section, at least for right now, I'm not. So let's jump on this thing and we'll get fertilizing. We've got to sell that sugar. There's a lot more in there than I expected. There's not a whole lot actually left now that I said that, because we did sell a bunch already, but there's still another 1,000 liters, I think, in storage, minus what's spawned out there, so we've got to get that sold. Now, that new section over there probably needs lime, too, but I'm not going to worry about the lime, actually. I'm just not going to focus on it for now. This guy's going to be in my way, so I might as well back up, let him get turned around. Section there that I missed in that turn. I'm going to have to fix that. That was terrible. Z, what were you doing there, buddy? It's terrible. But with that, gang, we're going to leave the episode there. We'll get all this done. I'll have a worker pretty much finish most of this, I think. But yeah, we've got a new expanded section to the field here, so this is nice. This is going to make us more money. We've got a decent amount of crop into the actual storage of the train yard. We've got eggs, we've got sugar beets to sell, or not sugar beets, actual sugar from the sugar beet open air greenhouse to sell. We've got a lot of things to do. Lots of things to do here. I'll actually do a little bit of a different approach here. It might be a little weird, but I can come back and touch it up. So we'll put a worker going that way for now. That way he stays in front of the roller. And we will jump here and sell the rest of the sugar. And we'll call the episode after that. Like I said, hope you all enjoyed it. check my other channels out. I'm working on getting some stuff going again on one of my channels that my other channel, I should say. This is my main channel at this point. My other channel, I'm getting some stuff going there. So if you're interested in things besides farming, other types of games, shooters, hack and slash type of stuff, Dynasty Warriors, that kind of stuff. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, that's what I do on the other channel. I used to do every daily videos there. I kind of cut that back just because this one took off. Still have a drive and a passion to do that. Just don't have the time to do, both channels, run both channels with a daily video. That's a lot. At least for now, I don't. Maybe sometime down the road I will, but still, I'm trying to get some things loaded up there. Try to get a couple videos out a week. If I can do that, that would be beneficial for me. It probably really won't actually start to come to fruition until into June, maybe July. June, I'm pretty busy. I got work trips. I've got the Vegas vacation. I got a family trip at the end of the month. So I got a lot of things going on in June, unfortunately. So that won't happen. But hopefully July is a little bit slower, and I'm able to start to really, put a little bit of effort back into that channel. Certainly, this would be my main focus, but if I can put a little bit more effort back into that channel, I think that would make me happy, and a few people that may follow that channel happy as well. So check it out anyway. That's a long rant about it, but anyway, check it out if that's something you're interested in, shooting games and hack and slash type of games, and maybe just collecting in general, like the game room and things of that nature. If that's something you're interested in, check that out. I'm also hopefully, I don't know if it'll actually happen or not, but hopefully this weekend or maybe the next weekend I'll have a video out on my newest travel channel, which is just going to be very, very, one-off videos. Whenever I go on work trips or if I happen to be on a vacation or something, I'll share a walking tour video of wherever it is I'm at. If it takes off, great. If it doesn't, then I may just let that channel go. I haven't really fully decided yet. I kind of like having it there just for prosperity's sake, right? So I can go back and check it out and see things I've seen in the future. But I mean, I don't really expect to take off like this channel. Anyway, I'm going on a rant here. I'll stop talking. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, like, subscribe if you're new. It's free. Helps me a ton. Thank you so much to our channel members. You guys are absolutely amazing. I cannot thank you both enough at the time of this recording. And yeah, if you haven't yet, let me know your thoughts on the new intro and the outro. I like them a lot. I think it works a lot better than what I had. I think it's a little bit more professional. But let me know your thoughts either way. And until next time, I'll see each and every single one of you in the next episode.